Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first online Neureka Consortium interview. This will be the first of many interviews to come, where we ask each of the main partners from the Neureka project to tell us a little bit about themselves, including their expertise and contributions towards this multinational, multi-institutional project. So what is Neureka? Neureka is an innovative hybrid technology where nanoelectrodes and sophisticated computational modeling of neuronal circuits are combined. And this is used to obtain readout and manipulate activity and connectivity in cultured neuronal networks modeling Alzheimer's disease, all the way down to subcellular accuracy. My name is Dr. Pravina Manogaran, Senior Scientist at Maxwell Biosystems, and today I'll be interviewing Professor Stefano Vassanelli, Principal Investigator, Group Leader of the NeuroChip Lab, as well as Associate Professor of Physiology at the University of Padova in Italy. Welcome, Professor Vassanelli. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine, except it's exceedingly hot outside.
Yes, very much the case here in Zurich as well. Yeah. So I'd like to begin the interview by asking you to give us some details on your own background and expertise.
Yeah, I'm a medical doctor, and basically am a neurophysiologist, and with a strong bias towards neurotechnologies, and particularly I'm involved in the development of brain interfaces and systems based on multi-electro arrays for recording neurons.
The other question we'd like to ask is, what is the main role of your lab in the Neureka project?
Yeah, in the Neureka project, my lab is mainly involved in the validation of the technology. So basically taking neurons, culturing them on the substrate, on the microelectrodes or nanoelectrodes, and then checking whether it is possible to record and particularly stimulate the neurons through the nanoelectrodes. So it's a mainly validation role, but also I'm involved in the investigation of the biophysics of the interface between nanoelectrodes and neurons.
So what are the main contributions of the Neureka project that will advance your specific field of research?
Yeah, so the Neureka project is, I think, really important with respect to the stimulation of neurons in culture, and particularly to understand whether three-dimensional nanoelectrodes can stimulate neurons, and particularly whether we can stimulate branches of neurons, and particularly dendrites. I think for my specific research field, this is the main and very important advance that the Neureka project promises. Moreover, related to my specific field, it will be very important to see whether an artificial neuronal network which will simulate Alzheimer's can drive the activity of the neurons in culture through this nano stimulation of dendrites. This will set the basis for future drug discovery, lab-on-chip technologies.
Fantastic. So, how many researchers are involved in your group, and what are their expertise?
Yeah, my researchers involved in the project are 4, and they have basically an interdisciplinary expertise. So we have biologists that are mainly involved in the cell culturing, physicists who are involved in the modeling and the measurements of the interface between the nanoelectrodes and the cells. And engineers that are involved in data processing, signal processing.
Okay. And Neureka is an interdisciplinary project across Europe. Can you elaborate on the impact of the project partners on your research?
Yeah, I think Neureka project would be impossible without a collaboration among partners with different expertise. This is a clearly collaborative project. And for more specifically, in my case, I find extremely important and necessary the collaboration with the manufacturers of the arrays, of course, of the nanoelectrodes. So they have the right expertise in microelectronics, nanoelectronics for that. Plus, there are the physicists who are experts in materials, who are also involved in the modeling of the nanoelectrodes and also in the experimental measurements for the characterization of nanoelectrodes. And finally, of course, the people that are dealing with the Alzheimer model, the Alzheimer model, so the network, artificial network that is emulating Alzheimer. If I can add to that the expertise of the company, of course, Maxwell, that is very important for leading us towards the right goals, thinking about commercialization in the future.
Fantastic. Yes, I totally agree. So the final question for you in this interview is, do you have any general remarks, anything you wanted to say, and also project outlook?
So I would like to give an outlook concerning the Neureka project. I think the Neureka project, it's in let's say, is in the context of a set of projects that are starting in Europe, where the artificial intelligence, artificial neuronal networks are hybridized to neurotechnologies. So basically, we see at the level of the neuronal networks in terms of cells, neurons in culture, how we can make them interacting with artificial neuronal networks and artificial intelligence. So I think this is a very nice new wave of research that involves different disciplines, different scales. This can be done in culture, this can be done in vivo, yeah, even with the brain in vivo. And I think, I strongly believe that this will lead to strong advancements both in the neuroscience and in artificial intelligence, where the two disciplines can learn from each other.
Overall, is there anything you wanted to say, like promotion of something? We could also just say that if you want.
You know, I just say I find it I find the Neureka project extremely exciting. I really love to work on this project, and I had the opportunity to meet new co-workers and with which I'm working really well. And also, I have to say, not because you are interviewing me, but Maxwell is really supportive, and I find the company very collaborative and supportive for our research. So that I'm very happy about that.
Glad to hear. Okay, then thank you very much for your time today, and I wish you all the best with the project and looking forward to hearing more.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.